Hello, hello. Okay, good. I think my stuff is working. I am indeed live. Good, good. I'm just checking to make sure the camera is good. So good to be here. This is Dr. Lily Binglow, your favorite CPA. And I just wanted to hop in real quick to talk about the tax deadline, which is right around the corner, okay? It is October 16th. 2023, and you cannot avoid it. All right, so if you filed an extension and in April, and this was for people who are not ready to file their taxes, the extension would have given you 6 additional months. Now the time is expiring. Well, right here is already October the 2nd. By the way, happy a new month and welcome to the last quarter of the year. So I just wanted to talk about a few things as we prepare to wrap up. So the first thing you want to remember is the date for the taxes. They're due October 16, 2023. After that point, you cannot make any extensions, okay? That's the final one. You're done, and we're good. And from there, the IRS will process those taxes, take a little break, and then start to prepare for next year, right? So you want to make sure that you have those tax returns in place on time, okay? That you're ready to file on time. Second thing I want to talk about is a little myth that people have. A lot of times people say, you know, if you file late, you will get penalized. Everybody who files late gets penalized. That is actually not 100% true. People who are owing the IRS, if you file late and you never did an extension, right? So let's say you didn't do an extension and you're sitting here trying to file October 16 and you are going to owe the IRS, you will be penalized for filing late and you will be penalized for also paying late. Now, for the people that owe the IRS, even when you do file an extension, it doesn't exempt you from paying estimated taxes that you think you would owe. So they usually want you to file an extension with the taxes. So that's the only time you will not have to pay any penalties for paying late. However, sometimes people do not know how much they are going to owe, so they just do an estimate. But if you do your extension, it saves you from having to pay any penalties for filing late. So just keep that in mind. So now that we're here at October 16, this is really the deadline for the people that will likely owe, and then for C corporations, okay? For those that do not owe the IRS, if you know you're going to get a refund, I mean, which sometimes you might know because you withhold enough in your paycheck, you do have up to 3 years to file. Now, is it a wise idea to not file on time? No, it's absolutely not, okay? Even when you're going to get a refund, you're better off filing and getting your money, okay? But just know that you don't get penalized for filing late if you're going to get a refund. The penalties are really usually for the people who are owing the IRS, who filed no extensions, or they filed past the due date, and who also haven't paid anything, and they get penalized for that, okay? Third thing I want to touch on is, you know, as you're getting closer to these tax deadlines and you feel like, you know, there might be documents that you haven't received, like maybe someone paid you money for a job that you did and it was over $600 and they were supposed to have filed and issued a 1099. Let's say you're right here, you're ready to file your taxes and you've been waiting for the document and they haven't sent it to you. I would advise you to go ahead, include the amount that you believe you received, and file your taxes. Now, if they file the document with the IRS at a later point and issue you that document, you can always amend your taxes. So what am I saying? If you feel like you don't have everything put together, use what you have and go ahead and file. You can always amend. You have 3 good years to amend your taxes, okay? And also keep in mind, sometimes you might have everything together and maybe your tax person, you know, screws it over or makes some errors. You still have 3 years to make an amendment, okay? So don't get hung up on the fact that I may not have everything, or I've been waiting for this document and they haven't given it to me, or things like that. No, you can always file and you have 3 years to amend, okay? So just keep that in mind. And then my last thing for you guys is I want you to make sure that if you had any documents that were provided to you for your taxes, you want to check on the accuracy of the documents. I had a client recently who got a 1099B, which reports everything that you have purchased as far as your stocks and stuff like that. And even though what they sold those stocks for, their proceeds, was reported to the IRS. What they purchased it for was not reported to the IRS, which means in the eyes of the IRS, they didn't spend any money to buy those stocks, so they'll be paying taxes on the entire amount of the proceeds. So you want to make sure that, you know, if you were issued any documents like that where you feel like accuracy is not right, that you go back to your company and have them reissue it. Sometimes we see people have W-2s that don't have their company's EIN on it. You want to make sure that those things get reissued, okay? So you don't want to mess with these, because if it gets filed and there's all that inaccuracy, it might cause your taxes to be rejected, and that's just additional headache for you. All right, guys, let's not wait any further. The deadline again is October 16, 2023, and this is for your 2022 taxes. I'm going to be coming online and covering a couple more tax tips, strategies for these last minute filings, but it's my hope that you will not be late for this one, okay? If you got your extension in on time, bravo. But this time you can't do any more extensions. So let's get those taxes filed on time. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you haven't filed, if you don't yet have someone that could help you, make sure you call our firm. We'll be more than happy to have a conversation with you. Our process is pretty easy. We get to work with individuals and corporations all over the US, okay? We have a secure portal where you can safely upload your documents. We're very big on data protection. So we have an amazing process for you. You can safely upload your documents. You can have all of that out to us, and we would, you know, work on your taxes, provide any additional guidance, and make sure that you're ready to go. All right, so let's get it going. Happy new month, happy fall season. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I am Dr. Lily Binglow, your finest and smartest CPA. And I'm always happy to serve. I'm always happy to teach. I'm always happy to help. You're a business owner, you have some questions, feel free to reach out. I will come up and do another live on business deductions that you might be missing out on your taxes, so you can do a final check-in to make sure that you're grabbing all of those. And I also have something for people that are W-2 employees. Let's be safe. Have an amazing week ahead. I hope this gets you going and knowing that you've got a firm that has got your back, and that's the ARC NPS. Peace out, guys.